So to keep with the theme of swatching, I want to talk to you about how to organize your swatch stash. So I don't know if everybody else has a swatch stash, but I do, because I didn't used to keep good track of my swatches. And then I would come across a pattern and I'd be using the same yarn that I know I used on another project, and probably in a similar, if not the same needle size. And I could have saved myself tons of time if I had just marked it and I knew exactly what needle size I ended up using. And so I started to get mad at myself. And so I promised I was going to save all of my swatches from now on, and I was going to mark them with the needle size that I used for them, and also mark them with what kind of yarn they were. So let's get started. So I have 5 different ways for you to mark with the needle size. So let's get started. The first way is to do knots. So you make your swatch, leave a tail, tie the number of knots in that tail that correlate to the needle size that you used. So for this one, I have all my knots here, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9. So this is a size 9 needle that I used on this particular swatch. So again, I just took the tail, tied knots. That's it. Really simple, but effective. Number 2, tassels. So for this one, I just have the number of tassels in this is the number needle that I used. So for this one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I have 7. So normally I know that tassels, because of the way that you put them, they're always even, but you can just take one of those ends and wrap it around the knot here, and then thread it back through on itself so that it doesn't get counted in there. So that's what I ended up doing on this one, because this is an odd number, it's a 7. But I like tassels. Tassels are one of my favorite ways to do it, because I think they just look really fun and nice, and they can become kind of like little decorations. But so that's another way. Again, simple but effective. Number 3, duplicate stitch. So it's just as it sounds, you just duplicate the stitches with a contrasting yarn for the number of stitches correlating to the needle size that you used. So for this one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 stitches right there. I know I used a size 6 needle. Number 4, also a really pretty one, yarn overs. So if you do yarn overs, they're right at the bottom. Make sure that you knit past those another 4 inches so that those aren't included, because it will distort the stitches around it. But in here I have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I used a size 6 for this one here. But again, that's a really great way to count and mark the size needle that you used. And last but not least, when you're doing stockinette pieces, doing purl bumps. So on this one, I just wove in my own bumps, but you can also, as you do it, do like switch over from knitting to purling and just do the number of purl bumps across horizontally, or you could do them vertically even if you really wanted to, as another way that you can just count those bumps, and then you'll know what needle size you used. I just really like those ways. They aren't things that can get lost. They're stuck with that swatch forever. They can't get mixed up. So I just think those are some really great ways to document the needle size that you used. Now, a really great way to keep them organized and easy to locate and find for me is I'll just do them by size, and I'll put them on these little, they're like the index card rings. You can get them at CVS or wherever. And so I just use these, and so then I would take all of my size 6s and just put them through the borders. But if these were all size 6s here, I just put them on here, clip them together, then all of my size 6s are on one, and I would just have them all lined up. And so that's how I do it. So then I kind of, I guess, have it organized doubly by needle size, but it just makes them more easily accessible. And then if they do get messed up, I still do know And so that's how I organize mine. I also have seen people add tags, which I'm thinking about doing, to write down the yarn, who makes it, what the weight is, and all of those things as well. I happen to just remember, based on my Ravelry stuff, what I've used these projects for in the past. So I have kind of documentation about what each of the yarns themselves are. So I haven't done that yet, but I think that it would also be kind of a cool little touch to add little tags for the brand of yarn and the weight, and even the color. Colorways would be a really great idea too. So that's how I organize my swatches. Do you guys have any good suggestions that you want to add down in the comments? Please feel free to do so. So I just think that's a really fun way to organize your swatches, to make sure that you are utilizing them and that you're not doing double the work if you ever don't have to. So yeah, go organize your swatches and let me know down below if you have any cool ways that you like to do yours, or if you end up using any of these. I would really like to hear about it. So I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a follow. Thanks so much. I winked again.